Hey y'all, my name is Annie and welcome to my channel, Eat, Drink, and Be Reading. And today we're gonna talk my July TBR. Hey guys, it's like fully summer, like officially the seasons have changed, even though it's felt like summer in North Carolina for a few weeks now. And I'm excited for more summer reading. I think I have a good variety of books this month, and I'm excited to share them with you guys. I'm traveling in July. I'm gonna go stay with my in-laws. They live on a lake. Hopefully I'll get a lot of reading done. I really don't know. It could go either way. Either I have lots of help with the kids, so I get more time to read, or they're kind of like, oh no, we need to have family time and be together and play games and watch movies, all the time. So I'm hoping that I still can find good time to read while I'm there. It does mean that my options are a little more limited because I'm only gonna bring a few books, but I am bringing my Kindle. So there is still the ability to mood read, which is kind of what I prefer to do in the summer. But since I'm traveling, I had to pick a few. So here we go. The first is The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead. This is like a retelling in the Civil War. It's, there was the Underground Railroad, which was just like a system, that's the word, of safe houses from the south to the north to help slaves escape. And this is telling it as if the Underground Railroad was an actual railroad. And so I love like historical type fiction work. This was the winner of the Pulitzer Prize. I just heard great things about it a few years ago, and it's the winner of the National Book Award. And I've wanted to read it for a while, and I just haven't. And I'm actually going to buddy read it with Mary over at Happily Ever Esh. I'll link her below. She's wonderful. She's one of my favorite booktubers. And I also really love what she has to say about books. And so I think this one is going to be entertaining and heartbreaking and educating all at the same time. I think it's going to be, like, it's supposed to be great storytelling. But I think it will also be emotional, and I'm also really excited just to hear what Mary has to say as well. So, that's number one. The next book is one, if you've been around, you've heard me talk about a few times, and that is The Jane Austen Society by Natalie Jenner. This is a new release. I think it's the only new release that I'll be reading this month. And it is the story of the town where Jane Austen spent her last few years. And they're all big Jane Austen fans there, which makes sense. And they want to, or somebody's trying to buy her home and her land and raise it and build something else. And the townspeople are fighting that. I actually want to say it's like post, right around World War II, maybe just post, during, and so I love historical fiction. I like Jane Austen. It's supposed to have guaranteed literary and potato peel pie society vibes, which I love, love, love. And I also love like a group of people coming together to fight for something. I think those are great stories. I think this one is going to draw me in, and I'm going to love the characters. And look at the flowers. It's gonna be perfect summer reading. The fourth is Evvie Drake Starts Over by Linda Holmes. This is a contemporary. It came out a year or two ago. I remember seeing everyone reading it maybe last summer. Evvie is a recent widow, and she lives in this house in Maine and is not leaving her house really at all. There's some secrets apparently that she's keeping. And then there is, I cannot remember his name right now, but a Major League Baseball pitcher who is not able to throw like he should be and has been. because he's taking some time off and is living in an apartment in her home. They form a friendship, maybe more. I just think that this will be like, there'll be mystery and romance, and I hope it'll be in like stories of starting over and starting fresh and found friendship and family that help you do that. I think it'll be the perfect summer read. Takes place in Maine. I'm going to be in New Hampshire, so I'll have at least some of that feeling. The setting wise, since they're like right next to each other. So I think it's gonna be, yeah, the perfect read for while I am away. And the next book I may or may not read. It will depend on the library. I think it's going to come available. My hold like number is very close. I think it will come available in July. So if it does, it might push out one of these other books, or maybe I'll have time to read all of them. If it doesn't, you may see this book on my August TBR, but that is The Dutch House by Patchett. It is like a family saga that takes place over several decades, having to do with this old home that they buy called the Dutch House. I don't know much more than that. I don't know that I want to know much more than that. I've read Bel Canto by Patchett and really enjoyed it. I've heard great things about the Dutch House as well. Yeah, and so I'm excited to give it a shot. I don't know if I'm gonna decide it's perfect summer reading, but I put it on hold months ago and it's coming available. So we're gonna give it a shot. And then the last like non-audiobook, read with my eyes book is called How Does Sanctification Work by David Powlison. This is a Christian nonfiction about the process of sanctification, and that it's not necessarily a program, but much more of a relational identity finding growth. My counselor actually recommended this to me, and so it's short. I'm hoping to maybe read a chapter or two in between each of the other books that I'm reading. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then finally, I'm going to attempt an audiobook this month. I usually listen to audiobooks. I don't know that I will have lots of opportunity to do so in a house full of other people, but we'll see. And if I do, I'm going to read The Color of Compromise by Jemar Tisby. It's another Christian nonfiction, but it is really focused on race relations and racial reconciliation, I think, in the church. And so I think that this is an important time to read those. I've had this on my TBR since I heard Jemar talking about it on, like, I think Twitter maybe a few years ago. And I haven't picked it up, and I should have before now, but I'm going to either in July or August. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm bringing my Kindle. I have a few books on there, so maybe I will change my mind about some of these, and that's okay, because it's summertime, and I want to enjoy all of my reading and read what I feel like. Yeah, so fingers crossed that I get lots of reading done, lots of outside reading done. I think it should be a fun month for reading. So, what are you reading in July? Have you read any of these books? Did you love them? Did you hate them? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's talk books. Let's build community. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Yeah, that's all, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.